Man behind the Olympic Stadium, please call them on 0547 777 731. 0547 777 731. Okay, listeners, let's start talking. Stonebwoy takes 6th edition of the BHIM Concert to Accra Sports Stadium on December 22nd. Ghanaian celebrated dancehall sensation Stonebwoy is scheduled to host his BHIM Concert at the Accra Sports Stadium on December 22, 2023. This announcement was made via his official social media pages, where he garnered anticipation from his dedicated fans. The event will encompass a threefold extravaganza featuring his albums Fifth Dimensions Homecoming, a BHIM Concert, and an Ashaman to the World Festival, akin to his previously sold-out concert held last year. Let's speak with Stonebwoy's manager, Chief Abiola. Chief, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. How are you?
Very well, Bossman. Good morning.
Good morning. I never knew you were back in Ghana.
Oh, Bossman, I've been back. Oh.
Nice. Okay, so you are having your BHIM concert.
Yes, please.
At the Accra Sports Stadium.
Yes, please.
This is going to be the first of its kind there.
Yes.
Why this decision?
Okay, not specifically when you mention Accra Sports Stadium, yes, but I mean we've done a Tamale Sports Stadium and then other bigger venues before, but specifically for Accra Stadium, this would be the first time, and the decision is actually based off of the fact that Stone dropped an album earlier in the year, and we've been on tour actually. We are not even done. We're going back again, hopefully next week. And so the whole concept of the tour was to climax, the tour at the BHIM Concert, which we do every other year in December here in Accra. And then we couldn't do a Shaman to the World, which usually happens in September, because again, there's been a very busy schedule for Stone, traveling outside of Ghana. And so it necessitated the need for us to look for a bigger venue other than the usual Grand Arena that we would have done.
Oh, I see. So it's going to be, a 3-day concert?
Not a 3-day concert. It's a 1-day event, but it's a 3-in-1 concert if you look at it, because it's a Shaman to the World, Fifth Dimension Homecoming concert, and then BHIM Concert added together, giving it the 3-dimensional, concert you are seeing for December 22nd.
Okay, so this means this means there will be no Ashaman to the World this year at Ashaman.
Yes, please, not in Ashaman, but it's going to be at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Is it going to be just this time, or this is going to be at the Accra Sports Stadium moving forward?
I mean, yes, hopefully. I mean, the audience and the fan base keep getting bigger. And mind you, it is not only the fans in Ghana. People are coming across from the diaspora. There are a lot of people that are sending in requests to even buy tickets already. A lot of people want to come to Ghana. So hopefully in the coming years, we are hoping to maintain it at the stadium, because we all know we are lacking event facilities here in Ghana. So it's always limited when it comes to what we can do in terms of event space and production. So hopefully in the next few years, we'll have some sort of support from the government where we have like a proper event space where all of us can move in there. But for the meantime, this is what we'll be doing for now.
Okay. So with this, please take me through. Take me through the event. What's going to happen? But before that, when was this decision of the stadium made? There have been quite a number of talk in town. When was this decision made?
We actually sent in inquiries about the stadium, I think about 2 months ago. We're actually in New Jersey, I remember. when we took the decision to move it to the stadium because of, you know, the earlier factors that I gave you. So we sent in a request formally because, you know, per the rules of the stadium, you can do like a phone in to inquire if a date is available, and then you have to write formally. So we sent a formal request, and then we had a feedback that yes, our initial date was actually 23rd of December. So we inquired, and then we were told it's available, and then we got an invoice to that effect. So we came in last 2 weeks. We made attempt to make payments, and then the boss of the NSA, you know, insisted we hold on with the payment because, I mean, he's seen that Shatta is also definitely doing his event on the 25th. So he would want us to, you know, sit down with the team and all of us agree because he's just checking the dates. And
Chief, I will appreciate it if you speak up. It seems I'm losing you.
oh, okay. I'm moving out of a studio. We're having a quick interview at another media platform.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
You got to where you made inquiry and
exactly.
you made payment, and then
Yeah.
They got an invoice.
you got the invoice,
and they were
right?
asked to hold on.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you were asked to hold on.
Yeah.
So that
hold
was
on
where
with
you
the
got to,
payment
huh?
because according to Prof, I mean when we sat in the meeting, he said, "Oh, I mean Shatta is my boy too. He's been doing this event here. I'm just quoting. He's been doing this event here. So let's hold on. Let's get his team, and then for him to also acknowledge and formally, you know, inform us of what they want to do, and then the technical guys can then sit down and check if the timing between the 23rd and 25th works for them to work in terms of setup. And so we have to hold on with payment, you know, as at that time. So right after that, I engaged Sammy Flex, and I made him understand it is BHIM Concert we trying to do here. So it's only fair for you to engage the technical guys. And then we called Mr. Frankie because he did the setup for them last year, and he's the one doing it again for them this year. So we engaged him in a conversation together with Polly Blaze, and they said, yeah, they were fine. I mean, in terms of setup for them to do whatever they want to do, it was fine. But I got a feedback from Sami again that, I mean, his man was not happy with the timing, so he's pushing for more time for them to set up. That's the information I got from Sami. So I also took it back to my team. We had a back and forth on it, and I was like, okay, I mean, we are all trying to, you know, serve, you know, music to the people, and it's a festive season. We want everybody to be happy. So we decided to shift the date from 23rd to 22nd, which was giving Shatta's team 2 or 3 days clear before their event. So it was enough time for them to do whatever setup they want to do. And so that was the conversation until we had a final meeting, you know, yesterday where Prof himself, you know, gave the final verdict that he's giving the go-ahead for everybody to do their event. So that has been the conversation, actually.
Okay. So both parties have been given the green light to host their events.
Yes.
If that's what you're saying.
Yes. That was yesterday. We had a meeting yesterday with Prof himself because before the meeting last week, I mean, I just don't want to go into those ones. I mean, I see them to be trivial. You know, people trying to win public sympathy, posting flyers when they haven't even engaged formally. They don't have dates, and they are just, you know, making the public believe somebody is rather trying to make them look bad or sabotage their event. Bro, we should be mindful of whatever we are doing because everybody is watching us across the world. So it's really important for us to acknowledge and know that we are doing this for Ghana and beyond. So it's really important, you know, for us to note these things and not to, you know, try and, you know, call people out, especially people of high repute and people in high authority trying to slander and call people names here and there. No, I don't think it's right.
So, are you saying that there's no truth in the rumors or the stuff we're hearing that yes, well, you booked or you tried getting the space after another artist had made his booking, knowing that yes, the dates were closer, and in a way trying to sabotage the other event?
No, please. It was actually the other way around because the information had gone. I mean, we all have people in places. So I'm sure the team from Shatter, they had intel that it was Stonebwoy, booking the 23rd at the venue. And so, I mean, they quickly had to go and do a flyer to make it look. They had the stadium from 20th to 25th. Meanwhile, I mean, there was not even a formal engagement or whatsoever. Even as at now, I can tell you, even as at now, there's no formal engagement, on the part of Shatter's team and the NSA. You can call the NSA to confirm this.
No, I want you to be emphatic on, excuse me, guys. I want you to be emphatic on what you said, that there's not been a formal engagement with the National Sports Authority. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, please. I'm sure you can call the NSA to confirm. I mean, we are here in Ghana, so this is not anything to hide or beat around with. So I'm sure you I mean, you have contact to NSA. It's a public institution.
But
So.
Chief, if that's the case, how did you engage Sammy Flex, knowing that they were somehow involved, because
It was
flights
actually
were
through
out.
the NSA.
Sorry?
It was actually through the NSA because after the invoicing and the conversation back and forth, we then proceeded to make payments. But Prof called for a meeting and said, yo, guys, hold on with the payment because I want to have Shatter's team to also formally come forward for us to engage so that we can discuss, because I'm just checking to see you guys are doing 23rd and they are doing 25th. So it's just like a day and a half in between. So I want you guys to decide between the two of you if the timing is okay for you. So that was the basis on which I had to contact Sammy, because Sammy is my friend. So I had to contact him, to engage him and let him understand that, okay, this is it. So we started talking then. And he came back to me. I actually spoke to Frankie with Nana Kwame, and then I think Sammy was on the phone also, the other time. And Frankie confirmed that, they are fine with the kind of setup they are doing, because they were doing in the center what we are doing from the side. So they were okay with it technically. They were so okay with it.
Okay. Fine. Now, I want you to take me through it. So, yes, 22nd. Hello? Yes, can you hear me, please?
Hello?
Yes, Chief, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, take me through it. So, 22nd. Yours is happening on the 22nd?
Yes, please.
So, what is happening on do you have activities lined up?
No, please. It's actually just 22nd. So, normally with the stadium, what they do is that when you book the stadium for an event, they give you 2 or 3 clear days before your event, depending on the magnitude of the event. And so we also have 2 days to do our setup. And right after the show, we are taking off our stuff to make way for the other guys to also come do their setup. So I didn't see the need for somebody to, go on, calling people out. And I just want to, emphasize on this point. I'm trying to avoid mentioning it, but I think I have to because it's clear. Shatter calling out the Dan Chroma, I think it's wrong because it falls within her domain, within her office as the CEO of the Creative Arts Agency. So if issues within our creative space pops up, who else do we go to if not to the Creative Arts Agency? He's actually the one who engaged Lord Comey, and other people, putting pressure on the NSA and Prof to try and stop Stonebwoy from, holding an event there because he felt, I don't know whether he felt uncomfortable or what. So it was other the other way around, not us, trying to sabotage it. Why would you do that? No. The stadium is a public space. Everybody, any other person can book it for their event.
Okay, Chief. Thank you very much for your time. Kindly open your doors each time we knock on it. If we need any further clarification.
Okay, boss.
Thank you so much, sir. Nice. Adam, seems you are so much in a hurry to talk.
No.
Talk!
Andy,
The whole time is for you.
I think
Today, no, I beg. Adam,
me, I'll talk.
first of all, Kwame, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Ashes, welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Clark, welcome.
Thank you.
Let me be extended to Bidash. Welcome. Now, nobody's talking. Adam, talk.
I think
Why? Are you okay?
We are okay.
The producers have given you road is clear. Talk.
Andy.
Can you summarize it? Or we
Yeah,
should
I'm
give-
summarizing because most of the things
have
have
30
been,
minutes in
most of the
Ladies
things
and
have been
gentlemen,
confirmed.
Mr. Chochome says you summarize it under 30 minutes.
Let's see.
That's too much. Andy, I think what is clear in this conversation is that the NSA has agreed for both parties to hold the show at the Accra Sports Stadium, where they agreed for Stonebwoy to do his on the 22nd and Shatta to do his on the 25th. Another thing which is clear is that it seems one party went earlier. And
Doesn't seem. Obviously, one will go earlier.
yes, one party went earlier, and another party which has a relationship with the National Sports Authority because they had done in 2021, 2022, and knowing that it is consistent, they will come this year. So they decided to keep the spot for them. And for that reason, they even influence one party to shift their event further. Now, my further checks reveals that Stonebwoy's camp agreed when the NSA asked them to hold on with the payment and go and speak to the technical team of Shatawale, even though formally they do not have a contract with them. They went to speak to them on whether they would be able to hold the setup within the frame given them, that is the 2 days, which they agreed that they can. However, they also agreed that they will give them their vendors after they are done, even if they cannot do the setup within the 2 days. They will give them their vendors to use in order for things to be smooth for the Shatta team. However, the Shatta team did not accept that offer.
This thing that you're
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
on what grounds are you?
I've
Thank you.
spoken to both
As
parties.
a journalist, he's done
I've
his
spoken
checks.
to both parties. The
You will quote him.
Shatta team feels it is not right and it's not in the space of the Stonebwoy camp to give them their vendors. So they are not ready for those vendors. And they went ahead to speak to their technical team who confirmed that they can set up within the space. But the problem is that the artist is not comfortable with, regardless of the fact that they can set up, the artist is not comfortable with the event happening just few days ahead of him. And that is where the crux of the matter is. It is not about somebody not allowing anyone, but it's about discomfort.
If that's the case, then why the many allegations?
That's the point people are asking, because clearly, if you listen from Shatta's team, when they went there to inquire, they told them that there is somebody has booked 23rd. From the onset, they didn't tell them who that person was.
Okay.
Somebody. Yeah. They said somebody. So
The place is booked.
Yes, Shatta's team knew there was something happening. Then it was disclosed to them that it is Stonebwoy who is the somebody who has booked the place. However, they can allow them to have their show on 25th because they have been like a loyal customer. So this is where the case is now. It is not as if like somebody, but what happened, what brought all of these president-daughter issue is that,
Put it on my lap. Bring it.
like Shatta said in his video, he called Lord Comey Because Shatta felt that because Stonebwoy had booked the place, it is why they are delaying to accept their payment. That is why they were, because when you write to them, they write to you back, give you contract which has an invoice for you to pay. And they felt that because Stonebwoy had paid or done something with them, or they have earlier gone for the contract, it is becoming difficult for them to also get the contract. It was why they involved Lord Comey. Now they feel Lord Comey came in to stop them. It is why Stonebwoy also went to the other side.
Which side is that?
That is the Creative Art Agency,
Okay.
where the president daughter also came into the picture. So it's like it's all about discomfort, and not as if the place is not available. The place is clearly available. And at the final meeting, which was held yesterday, the NSA agreed that they should hold it, and even caution them, both parties, that next time they shouldn't go ahead to do flyers before officially confirming dates. So every party understood there that this is what will happen. However, clearly it seems that, because if you play Shatta's video, well, you hear in some parts of the audio, a video, he says that you want to go and play it so that I'll go and do, and they'll say, I didn't feel it. And you clearly feel like that discomfort in there, because he feels like something may happen. And I think it's interesting, but I believe it could be resolved well, so
All
that,
right.
because it's a big two events.
Okay, thanks for the summary.
need to-
It's been 10 minutes of summary. Kwame, okay, yes.
Dusty.
I was jumping to ashes, but
No, just a question.
Let me get
I don't know. Pardon my ignorance, but I don't know the role that the creative agency has in this, because the stadium is not under the creative industry.
Thank you.
Is it?
It's under NSA.
No. I mean the stadium, is it under the creative
no, it's
arts
under
industry?
the
NSA.
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 Yeah, so I'm struggling to understand how the creative agency came into the picture. Did they come in for mediation or to
I'm
support
sure they
one
went in
party?
for mediation, obviously.
I think it's a mediation.
No, if it was a mediation, then it means
That's why one party has not been stopped.
Both parties were involved in the presence of the creative agency, Wally's team, Stonebwoy's team. But in this case, that the allegation suggests.
So how did Lokome also come in?
The allegation suggests that the creative agency president or executive director was behind the Stonebwoy camp.
No, that
That is the allegation.
Where he
That's
came in,
allegation.
she came in was that Stonebwoy's camp felt they were being stopped by another power.
So it's a
And-
struggle of powers.
Maybe. And it was why they also went on the other side, because clearly they also felt that if they do not reach out, a power will shut them.
I'm blessing it.
Because honestly, I think that if the power lies within the ambit of the NSA to decide who performs and who doesn't perform.
But this one is you see, I know you have information
then
from the NSA.
I don't know which situation
You have
would
information from-
require that the creative agency comes into this.
Kwame,
I don't know.
nobody is being stopped. You have information.
I've
That-
had a
Yeah,
conversation
with the NSA boss, who has confirmed that
I'm not done with my checks, so I don't want
but
to
he
put
has
out-
confirmed that Stonebwoy is
You don't
holding
know.
22nd.
You don't know.
And Shatta is holding 25th. So no one is stopping anybody.
No, I'm not saying anybody is
But
stopping anybody. When you
you want us to talk about, is it comfortable?
Where the creative agency comes in, this is where I really
Because
understand.
maybe one power was called, another power also had to come in play. I mean, that if common sense will tell you, they probably felt like, okay, if you go call somebody from Flagstaff, which we know somebody from Flagstaff.
You know, that renders the NSA, quote unquote, a bit powerless.
But
Yes.
the country we dey inside, so they everybody runs to who the power they like. This is the country we live in. If they
Well,
cut
this
my
is not the
life
National
right now,
Theatre
I'll call
or
somebody and I'll call Group
National Theatre or Cultural Center, or
This
you
is
see,
the
you get
country
it.
we
Really? Do you
This is
think
sports,
that's
something-
how it's
Oh, this is
gonna
how
be?
this country dey. Oh,
No, we said this.
I think that's why they are trying to play it
You know,
safe.
run around, go see, so
To
they-
say
they
that-
catch- police catch you and I go call SP Kofi Sapon.
They are trying to play it safe to say
So
that
they-
everybody should
Acquire a
perform
sellout.
on a certain day.
They are on a master.
No, let's say it as it is.
Go ahead, sell out. Are you guys done?
You
Okay.
engage in a fight.
Okay. Ashes,
Somebody
please
say,
come.
"Friend my papa, friend my mama."
I see this whole situation as very unnecessary. What
Very,
the
very.
information that has been put out, it is very unnecessary.
Let's not believe exactly what Adam is also saying, because he could be misinformed.
Exactly.
Or
why I
are
don't
you
want to put
done
out
with your
claims.
final checks? Are you?
I'm not done with mine yet.
Yes, thank you.
Because
I'm yet to get.
I'm coming. There is this thing to Shatter's team told me.
Okay.
Those who had the meeting, they said when they were told somebody wants to hold a program, and later it was revealed that it's Stonebwoy. They had a meeting with the NSA boys who made them believe that was their first meeting. They have had 2 meetings with the man. The first meeting, they were made to believe that, okay, if that's the case, they will hold their event on 25th. Then a week later, the other team comes to hold the event. That's Stonebwoy. So in the first meeting with the man, that is what they were made to understand, that they will hold theirs 25th. Then the other team will come a week after. However, within some space of time, the conversation switched. And the last time they met the man was not ready to listen to them again. And they felt that the man has changed his position from what he told them that they will hold.
Change his position from boss to security or what?
Sorry,
which position?
This one you are saying somebody telling you.
The person who had the meeting with the man.
Who is the person?
Sammy Flex.
You know, the way this thing is going, I'm just thinking, if you are going to discuss the NSA boss,
Might as well call him.
you might as well call him so that it's like
No. This time we have whatever each party is saying, the conversation they've had with him.
But there's still the
both
side.
out.
There's still
No,
the
of
side
course.
No,
the man.
I'm not saying you haven't put both out.
Yes.
All I'm saying is that if the
man.
person exists and the person is reachable,
Yeah.
Might as well
why
call
don't
him.
you
You are giving
rather?
a general
Yeah, you are
account
telling us what you've
from
been
both
told.
parties.
Yeah, you are telling us what you've been
Yeah.
told.
Yes.
But so right now, do you know if somebody comes and say they didn't tell you what they told you, if you don't have it on record,
Means
it,
you're a
would,
liar.
it means you're a liar. It will be your word
You are
against their
lying
word.
now.
That is-
That's
if you
just
don't
by
have it
the
on
way.
record.
That's what I'm saying, that it will be very important for us to get the end, because at this point, the way things are going is also sort of like casting some shadow on him and his role and the way he's performing.
Of course.
So it will be nice for him to say. Then it makes it easier. So because Charlie reputation is very, very
Because
important.
this could cause some heads to roll. Oh.
Yeah.
The
This
reputation
thing
is
we are
very, very
doing could
important.
cause some heads to roll.
Of course. So it behoves them to either put out a statement. They have that right of putting out a statement to clear, because definitely if you have a meeting with 2 parties, everybody will go out with his account. So as a journalist, you have to put the 2 accounts out.
Noted.
So that the listeners will make judgment for themselves, and whoever is also involved has a right of clearance.
Okay.
So they have the right.
So I think that the
That's
next
why
time
they
we
have a
should, we
PR.
should get him
All right.
to
No, I was
talk.
on the floor.
Please. Yes, please.
What I'm saying, what I mean is unnecessary. Is listen, we've had situations where Mensa Waterbull has had all-night sessions on the 31st, and probably the first they played football, and it was done. I mean, we've had situations where things have been held at the stadium. The next day, stuff was
When
done.
Wyclef came,
Yeah.
Wyclef, Eve, Mario, I think I performed with Carl that night. Akon or something. No, he's DJ. They said they won't allow us on the pitch because the next day Kotoko was playing with us.
Yes.
Yet yes. It was the
is
Zayn. I
possible.
remember Zayn. Remember when Zayn was
Yeah,
launching? The Zayn.
Even when Chris Brown came, the following day there was football. They
Yeah, we still played.
So it's possible. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's quite unnecessary. If dates has been chosen, if somebody has 22nd, somebody has 25th, I mean, there's an ample time to do whatever has to be done. I mean, when you even at the dome where you guys have it, somebody is moving, somebody is fixing.
Yeah.
That one there is usually back to back.
It
There's a
happens.
program on 23rd. There's a program on
24, 25th, like that to first.
different set of folks.
So it happens. If we technically,
But usually, what you need to do is to have the technical folks.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
have
That's
an
why I went there.
alignment, yeah.
Technically, if we're serious about what we want to do, it can be done, and both can have their concept
Collaboration.
without this brouhaha and this fight and this one says this and this one says that. I mean, it's unhealthy to revisit this whole rivalry again. Why? What at all are we looking for? One industry. Every day you wake up, there's fight. Every day you wake up, there's something that
somebody
has to
just
roll heads.
Someone just commented on Facebook. He said, "We can't fill O2 Arena. When I want 022, we divide it.
Every day there's something to. I mean, this is quite simple. You have 22nd, I have 25th. Both have different crowds. And this one will get BHIM Nation, this one will get Sata Movement.
Yeah.
Make them do their thing there. You get your BHIM Nations go come, Sata Movement go come. We have been neutral. We have I won't support both of you. I will go both of I will go the two.
Yeah, I will go both concerts.
So that be all. I mean, nobody should fear who this is
Charlie, please wrap up for
or who
us.
did second or something.
December will be rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, like Charlie.
For the first time, we don't even have Afro Nation to come disturb us, and we have BHIM Nation and Shut Up.
So imagine if
people do this thing, make we go. This one too waiting.
If we feel the 2 days will be empty stuff, like we'll be serious.
We do this thing, make we go. I mean,
Then them all go pack.
make
But
they
at
pray.
the
We
stadium?
go follow them. Make they pray. Make
I see at the stadium.
who go pour libation to we go follow them. Make they pour the libation.
Simple.
Simple.
Please finalize the list.
Oh, I mean, like they've broken it down. She's have said everything. I think what is important is to be able to listen to the NSA boss, for him to be able to give us an account, just so that it doesn't feel like conversations have been had over his head about him when he's indeed available to be able to speak to the cracks of the matter. So I think now I'm skewing towards journalism. So for the journalism to be accurate, for the information to be accurate, accuracy is important. We need to be able to get him to speak as well. That's my take on this whole thing.
Thank you for coming.
No, thank you for saying something. On the 30th of this month, we are plus 233.
You are, who
Come now is plus 233.
that show I couldn't perform.
Yes, you are back on it.
This one,
Yes.
Kwamna is not touching the mic. Make him try.
Hey.
Go show him say yeah. we go perform all night till we tired.
why?
Everybody
You
for
go
bringing
explain
them.
tired.
No, wait. So you
Are
see,
you performing on
Now the code here
31st?
is
Hold on. You see
As
this
against
I'm
30th.
also performing 31st.
Wait,
And you guys,
30th.
no,
I do it 30th.
after 3 days. But you see this. But you see the kind of people who are coming. When we say, when you say that, it's not everybody that comes to the place that's a human being. No.
So today we are launching Rhythms on the Runway.
Yeah, Rhythms on the Runway,
So
kill.
But he didn't finish.
KOD.
Like, he finished.
they cut me.
He didn't
Sorry,
finish.
I
He
like
finished.
30th of this month, plus 233.
30th September.
September. Come down, and the girls. It's a full lineup of the girls. Yes, Adina
NSA
is
movie.
there, Sina Soul is there.
Sina Soul is there.
Yeah.
I'll come with Saliban.
Overrated.
Sina Soul.
Charlie, but that is Sally talk, I know. And
Charlie, Bami said,
That's a low.
understand.
That's a
but,
low
but,
blow.
but hold on. Who
Why-
cut the video and didn't even allow my statement because I reacted soon.
Oh,
I reacted soon afterwards. Like, hey, but don't say that.
reaction.
Oh,
How can Sally say that Sina Soul is overrated? Like
I mean,
really?
how?
Really? Has she taken the time to really
Sina Soul?
listen to the girl?
Oh, Sina Soul.
Underrated.
Sina Soul, your boyfriend with that.
Yeah, I took offense, and Sally, I take offense on that. And anywhere I go see, I go echo you. You don't talk well.
You don't call him yet.
No, I don't call him yet.
Oh,
I go
okay.
call him. She don't talk well. I mean, that's a low blow. Really, that's a low blow. Because Sina is one of our best exports we have.
Right.
I mean, vocally,
No cap.
musically, one of the best exports.
No cap.
So overrated. And only when say one penasem to overrated and as a day.
Oh, so one got some.
I mean, the son of a canon penasem because this is not the first time.
Huh?
That's like the
But
second or third. No, I'm telling you, this is like a third time Sally's hitting her.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it's not cool.
More count.
Yeah, me and Sally are cool like that, but me I go at her. It's not cool.
No.
You
Wanya
dey
there.
go.
Wanya there.
So and the
Overrated.
Dusty is performing tonight at Soho
Yeah,
Bar.
so-
Rhythms on
so.
the Runway launch.
Is it?
And it's going to be Aqua Edition. Let's
Yeah.
all meet in the water
That's
and
right.
have fun.
There'll be
That's
water
it.
there.
Yeah, there'll be
Water
water.
in the drink.
Water-
Water in
Elakwa
glass.
edition.
Water in the glass.
Thank you all very much for listening. Let's say a big thank you to Rockstars Roofing Systems. They've done it again for the 4th consecutive time. Rockstars has won the prestigious Roofing Manufacturing Company of the Year at the 2022 Ghana Manufacturing Awards. In addition to that, Rockstars won Ghana West Africa Business Excellence Award, Outstanding Roofing Company of the Year, 9th Made in Ghana Awards, Iconic Roofing Manufacturing Brand at the Ghana International Products Awards. Rockstars